YouTube? Here we are doing the install on the catch can on a 2017 Ram Rebel. We have right here a black. I have got the fittings right here laid out. We got the fittings already in the actual catch can. I have added a valve on the bottom for easy access for removing the old and unused nasty oil from the engine. I have some of the basic tools here that you're going to need. You are going to need a 13mm socket for the bolt that goes on the side of the timing cover for the bracket, for the C bracket right there. The catch can that is provided on your kit wherever you get it from. That's all the couplings that you're going to be using for the actual lines to hold it in place. You're going to use a ratchet, of course, a flathead screwdriver. So that is all the tools you're going to need. I had already pre-fitted all the fittings and the bracket into the catch can. So now we're going to go ahead and go into the engine over here. And you got to take off the intake air filter tube right there, and you got to take off your engine cover that's right underneath it, because you have to get into the bottom of it, which you can kind of see right here. This will be the actual line that we will be removing from the vehicle and replacing. And then right there is where we will be putting our screw and our C bracket mounted to. So now we're going to go ahead and start by removing the intake tube. Now we're going to go into the other one. And this one is the tricky one, because it's right there in between the lines, so it is kind of hard to get to most of the time. Alright, so that should do it right there. Now we're going to disconnect our sensor for right now. Should be able to pull this off. Looks still tight. Alright. Alright, a few uses are now removing it for the first time. When I give it a little tug. There we go. That is going to come out. There it is. That's it for that part. Now we're going to set that to the side. We are now going to pull this up and forward, both sides. There you go. There is your engine cover. Now, if you guys get over here, yeah, it's a little dirty. Ooh, you're not gonna see the cable coming right there all the way down to the sides right here. That's the plastic cable. That tube, we're gonna replace that. That's where we're gonna get our catch can installed at. So now we are going to put in our catch can tube. Alright, so I will already go ahead and remove the one at the bottom right here. It is super tight if it's the first time you have done this to your truck or have you mess with the truck. Don't really get scared pulling too hard. It's not going to break the piece right here. If you pull on it hard enough, that piece is going to stay. This is just going to start pulling from right here in the middle. This piece in the very back is going to stay on there. This is going to start squeezing out, and then it's just going to pop right out. So now we just got to get the one on the top right over here to do the same thing, but this one has a 90-degree angle, so it's going to be a little more trickier to do. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start attempting to remove it. What it's best to do is try to use this and try to twist it around from back here, and you can hear it moving around. This one, being that it's a brand new vehicle, just turned 10,000 miles, so it really hasn't got lubed up all the way around. So it's not surprised that hasn't got to the point of using any extra oil back here. There we go. As you can tell, it's still dry on both places. So there's that piece. Now we can go ahead and put in our fittings to put in our catch can next. So now, right now, I have in my hand are the two fittings we're going to use. It's best to go ahead and put some of the oil in them and go ahead and put them in the hose, so it'd be a lot easier, and then put them in the catch can after the other side of the ends. So we're going to go ahead and pre-do that, and then we're going to come back. We got already our hoses. We're going to go ahead and use our given screw. Is the fitting is an 8 mil. This right here on the top is 13. Comes with a spacer, so the spacer is going to go between the actual cover right there, and then the spacer, and then the C bracket, and then this is going to go all the way through. And we're going to go ahead and tighten that up, and let's see if I can get you guys set up where it's actually going to be hooked at. Be kind of hard. It's going to be right there. See if I can zoom y'all guys a little bit better. Hopefully it doesn't slide out of here. Looks like it's sliding right now, so give me 1 second. Y'all guys to not move so much. There we go. Should be able to see it at the bottom of the screen now. Alright, should see on the bottom of the screen now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and try to set myself up here, there. And just tighten just a little bit so you can kind of sort of see where you want it at. And then as soon as you find the spot that you want it set on, go ahead and start tightening more. Just enough where you can look at it again, double check, make sure it's where you want it. If everything looks good, go ahead and tighten it up a couple times more. There you go. So that way you can go ahead and put your fittings. So let's see, now that I've done it, that's what it looks like after being put on. You'll see the spacer right there between the valve cover and the bracket, and then bracket bolt on the bottom right there. Alright, so now on to just putting the hose in and we'll be done, and just everything be reversed. Alright, so far I already have one of the lines already coming into the catch can. We're going to go ahead and have the other one put in. It comes in with these couplings for the lines. I have one put in the actual catch can on the fittings, and then one on the other side of the fittings. I'm going to do the same thing going into the catch can and then going into the actual engine. So we're going to go ahead and do this real quick and put in the last line. Make sure you get it all the way in there. You don't want any kind of pressure coming back out, popping the line, and then you cause to have an air leak or a vacuum leak. Seems to have everything been tightened up in there. So everything is tightened up here. So we can go ahead and have our seat bracket tighten up more. A couple more turns and we'll be done with our catch can. Alright, should be good to go now. Yep, It ain't moving, it ain't going nowhere. My valve is closed, I know that. Looked at it before I put it in. Everything's in there. So now everything looks good. Double check yourself. Make sure all your lines are in there. Everything seems to be in there. All the lines there. Yep. And then all you gotta do now is put everything back together. So now we go forward with putting everything back together. So next thing is showing y'all how everything looks. Sorry, it's a little dirty. I know, I can't believe it. Even after just 10,000 miles, how dirty you can get. So that's the catch can right there. I added the valve on the bottom, so all I gotta do is just press it down and just put a cup or something and just catch all the oil, dirty oil. Got the lines in. That's it. So let's go ahead and put everything back together. And be done. So next things first is the engine cover. Wipe it down just a little. So the engine cover goes in first from the back side, it says right here. So the butt goes first pretty much into those two holes as you see in the back corner back there. So that's what goes first. So we're gonna try to line that up first. Make sure we get them in the holes. Looks like this one is a little too high over here. Yep, there we go. And then just find the, there we go, there's the click, there's the other click, and push down after that. There we go, and it's in, fellas. Now is the intake tube, of course. I'm gonna go ahead and slide this in real quick. Just trying to see if I can move this, but there's no way to move this to an easier spot. It's got some holes already pre-slided on there for the actual ring itself all the way. There we go. Let me make sure it's all the way down on the bottom. Go ahead and click the sensor in. Looks like it's all the way in. Yep. Both sides are in. We can go ahead and tighten our screw here. Alright, got that. Now we're gonna slide you guys over here a little more. Get this one right here that is a little hard to get.
Dad, what are you doing?
Hey, Bubba. Hold on, buddy. Let's finish it up right here. Right. Just a few more times. Looks like it's tight now. Ain't going no more. Yeah. All right. So everything's put back together. Catch can is right there. I'll cut it right where it says in the US at. Look at that. I need Continental logo right there for Continental tires. Not sponsored by them, by the way. So that right there is how to put your catch can in a 17 Ram Rebel or any of the 4th generation Ram trucks. This little piece right here is now no longer going to be used, so you can toss it, whatever, put it in a pile of junk or pile of parts that you can maybe put it back to stock later in the future if you're going to get rid of it later, or if you plan to, you know, do anything with it in the future. You're not trying to keep it, but that right there is going to be great for this 5.7 Hemi. So anyways, thanks for watching all the time. Like and subscribe. Comments below, of course. Check out the other few more videos I have uploaded recently of the new Ram Rebel. These will work for any of the 09s and up. 12s, 13s, 14s, 15s, 16s, 17s, even 18s. We can even show that on the actual 18 if you need to show you proof of it. Thanks again. Thanks for all the 1,000 subscribers. Appreciate you guys coming back for more.